Hey there, my name's Adam. I'm going to be walking you through your Freedom Express here. I'll start you right here on the front. So you've got an electric tongue jack, extend and retract. Also got a light right next to it. This runs off 12 volts. These are your propane tanks. Turn them on, loosen them up, and if you look right here, this is your LP regulator. So whenever the arrow is pointed at this tank, it's going to be pulling off this side. And whenever this tank goes empty, this little indicator down here is going to show red. And then it's going to automatically start pulling off this tank. It'll let you know that this tank needs to be filled. That way you can keep running propane and get this tank filled and not lose any of your appliances. Up here, 12 volt battery. So this is running everything on your camper. It's also wired directly into the converter. So every time your trailer is plugged in, it's going to be getting a charge. You've got a battery disconnect down here. So if you're going to leave your unit parked at your house for a long period of time, like in the winter or something, turn it disconnect off and just leave the key hanging. That way you're not going to be pulling anything off your battery and it's not going to die on you. We'll leave that in the on position. Spare tire up front. On all four sides of your camper, you're going to have your stabilizer jacks. This is a 3/4 inch socket if you want to use a drill. Those are just for stabilizing. They're not for leveling up the camper. You're going to have to do that with boards underneath the tires. This is your freshwater fill. So if you're going to be camping at a campsite that doesn't have a city water hookup, that's where you fill it up before you go. Then underneath here is your freshwater drain. Right there. We'll leave that closed. Right here is your shore power cord. So it's a twist lock, 30 amp. That's what that looks like. So you line it up just right, push it in, twist it, and that'll lock in, and then you can screw that nut down and secure it. Outdoor shower here. Here we've got your cable hookup for cable antenna, and over here is your satellite hookup if you're going to be using a satellite dish. Underneath, we've got your waste tanks. Black tank is on the right, black handle. That's going to be your toilet water. Gray tank is on the left, gray handle. That's going to be shower and sink water. This is your outdoor kitchen. Got a mini fridge in here. This just runs off 120, so it's only going to work whenever your camper shore power is plugged in. You've got adjustments up here at the top. This is your furnace vent on the outside. We recommend buying mud dauber screens, which we sell up front in the office here whenever you come to pick your camper up. That just keeps bugs and insects from getting inside your furnace. It's your refrigerator vent. Right here is your water heater. So that's what that looks like. This is the water heater drain plug right here for whenever you go to winterize your camper. Also pressure relief valve right there. This runs off gas and electric. And I'll show you the switches on the inside. Alright, so this is your monitor panel here. Here are the electric and gas switches, like I was showing you. There's electric for LP, or no, electric for the water heater and LP. So you can run both at the same time, that's perfectly fine. It heats the water up twice as fast. Water pump button. So you're not gonna need the water pump whenever you're running off city water because you'll have pressure from the campground. All your lights, awning lights, entry light, accent lights for the inside of the camper. Up here you've got your tank levels. So first switch is battery. That shows you got a full battery. And then there's your fresh tank, black, and your gray tank. And when those get full, that's when it's time to dump. Here's your slide out button. So you're gonna run that slide all the way out until you hear that click, just like that. You wanna make sure there's nothing in your way whenever you go to run that out. Also check the exterior of the camper, check for a car or limbs or something like that. This is your awning button. So this is an electric awning. You wanna watch it in the wind. If it gets over 10 miles an hour, 15 miles an hour, you wanna run that in. Also, I'll squeeze by here. You got your pitch adjustments. Pull the arm down, tighten that nut up. That way you can adjust the pitch of your awning. Make sure that's loose whenever you go to roll your awning in. Here's your refrigerator and your freezer. Up here at the top, your controls. You got your on-off button. So when it comes on, it's gonna make that beep. And this switch is in this position when it's in auto. That means it's gonna try to pull off electric first, but if for some reason you don't have power, it's gonna automatically switch over to LP and fire off on that. If you just wanna run it off gas, pop that button out and there's gonna be no lights on. That means you're running on gas. And most people do that when they're traveling down the road going to the campground. And then down here, you've got your temperature adjustment. You see that sticker right there? The higher you slide this little fin, the colder it's going to be. Vice versa, with going lower, the warmer it's going to be. This is your range. I don't know if the gas is on or not, but there it is. Turn your eyes on, you got a sparker. Also, as far as switch is your oven. Turn it to pilot. Hold pilot in like that. And then it may take a few times to spark, but you'll be able to look down there and tell that your oven's on. Also, you want to turn that fan on anytime you're cooking in here, just to get the gases and the smoke out. Microwave, that's pretty standard, basic household microwave. Down here, this is your distribution panel. Alright, so you've got all your 12-volt fuses up here. They're all labeled what they go to. And then you've got all your breakers down here, your 120 breakers. You've got AC, water heater, GFCI outlet, that sort of thing. So if anything stops working in the camper, you want to come here first to make sure you don't have a breaker trip. And your GFCI outlet is located in here on this wall. So also, if you don't have something working on electric, come check this GFCI, make sure it's not tripped. You want to make sure when you're traveling down the road that these shower doors stay closed and latched, as they are glass, and you want them secure going down the road, or they could break. Here's your thermostat. So this controls AC and furnace. What you want to do is hit mode. In first selection, you got furnace, and you can adjust the temperature on this side. You can just run the fan if you'd like. So you can adjust the fan speed on the AC if you don't need air conditioner. Then you've got air conditioner. Adjust the temperature just like that. And that's that. In here in the bedroom, you've got your TV hookup up here in the corner. And then this sticker is labeled for your TV backer. So if you've got a mount for your TV, that's where you're going to mount it, on that wall. And water pump is located right behind this access panel. So when you do go to winterize in the winter, you're going to be messing around in here beside that panel. And then the back of your water heater is also behind one of these panels here. So to get to the bypass valve to winterize, you're going to get behind that panel to bypass to run antifreeze. Over here you've got your TV stereo system. This is Bluetooth, you can hook it to your phone. And you've got different zones for your speakers, so you can turn inside on or the outside on. And the remotes with your paperwork, you can adjust the volume and change the channels and stuff like that. And then down below is your fireplace. So it runs off 120 as well. It doesn't run on 12 volt. So you can just run the flame if you want to, if you don't want heat, or it will actually help heat the unit as well. Over here, this makes into a bed. You reach down here, you flip this lever, this table folds down, and then you move your cushions, and it makes a bed. And over here, you've got your love seat. Now these are hooked in to electric, so you've got massage, you've got heat, you've got a light. And those do recline. And fire extinguisher right here in the corner. And then you've also got your smoke detector up here on the ceiling. Takes a 9-volt battery. Over here, you've got your carbon monoxide and propane gas detector. And it's hooked directly into the battery, so it's always going to be on. If you hear this go off, that means you've got a gas leak somewhere or carbon monoxide, you need to get out. And that's pretty much it.